Hello and welcome back to Thalric Plays Blood Bowl 2. It is time to show everybody once again who's the boss, and that of course means we are going to play with the Orcs today. Let's take a quick look at our team, because if you missed the last game, there is a little bit of a change in the team. Unfortunately, we lost a Blitzer. Awakening got taken out. I don't exactly remember what he got. I think minus ammo value? No, minus movement allowance, that was it. And since Orcs are already not the fastest team, I decided to fire him and hire a replacement Blitzer. He was our best one, unfortunately, so he had Mighty Blow and Tackle already. And we'll have to try and train our Blitzers a little bit better. They are not that developed yet. But it's Blood Bowl, it happens, so not much to complain there, and let's just try to find an opponent. So, a little bit faster than previously, about a minute of wait time, but I'm still going to pause in case it takes a little bit longer. So, we'll be right back once we get assigned an opponent. See you in a bit. And here we are. It is time for yet another mirror match. It's Orcs against Orcs, and his team value is 10 higher than ours, so really not a whole lot of inducements here. He's also fielding a troll and a goblin. That's interesting. Okay, let's see what we get. We've got a black orc with dodge, one with block. The troll has nothing yet. The goblin has what? Catch? Okay. Then we've got a blitzer with mighty blow tackle, another blitzer with mighty blow. The other two have Mighty Blow as well, one injured thrower that won't be joining us, and an agility 4 dodge thrower. Oh wow, that's going to be interesting, to say the least. So that team looks pretty good so far. Everything as expected right here. So what does his statistic look like? Similar to ours, a little bit worse, but I assume this is going to be a tough matchup. Considering our recent losses, or loss, we could have used another player with tackle here, and he has the mighty blow advantage, which might become a problem. We do have the block advantage though, so maybe we can use our black orcs to pummel him a little bit. But we'll see about that. So what worries me the most right now is his ball handling capabilities. That thrower is really good. And I did not actually check, he was at 13 players if I'm not mistaken, so he's at 12 including the goblin if I'm not mistaken. We get to choose, so we are of course going on the offense. And our opponent's name is Rictus, and his team is called Lorcanization. That was a little bit hard to read because of the capitalized words in there, and I'm also not sure on how to pronounce the L apostrophe. Because it's basically organization, but I don't know. So what can we do here? The troll is obviously a bit of a strength buffer for him. Oh, he actually does not have a reserve player, so that is pretty good. We have an advantage there, so I can at least afford to lose one player. And maybe we can target his goblin in the long run. So he did set up very aggressively here just now. So let's try to make use of that fact and hope he doesn't roll a perfect defense result, which would be the worst basically right now. So what my plan is here right now, we have an assist here. Even if we only push, it will give us an assist right here. to knock those two down. So we get, in theory, we can knock down all of his black orcs. So let's actually... Well, it's fine like this. Let's just see what happens. And he did not write anything, which is fine. And I'm also going to avoid the troll, if at all possible. Block, block. All of them are in the right position. So let's just see what happens here. Okay, we get an extra reroll, which might be good. The ball went very deep. Oh, that's also something we could do, but I think I'd rather go like this. Okay, nice start here. Okay, only a push in this case, which is fine. So before we block any further, I would like to make use of our mighty blow. And so we are going to blitz one of his blitzers with one of ours. And of course it's our mighty blow blitzer. Basically. He still has armor value 9, so it's not that likely, and that result makes it even harder. But it was at least our best bet right now. Okay, once again a good push here. And just an early armor break would be amazing. That is actually good. That's his dodge guy. So we're going to just knock him down. And the stun is definitely not bad. So what we need to do is block his trolls away a little bit. Aside from that, I'm not too sure on what I would like to do right now. We could try and go very aggressively for his Goblin. But Orcan would be the obvious choice there, but he can't get there. But I think I'm still going to try. We'll just put Awakening there. And since we can't really form a cage yet, let's just form a little bit of a screen here. I'm also moving Orc City over this way to remove this, or give this Black Orc something else to do. And then we'll go for the pickup. So the good thing here is Wasted does have dodge. The bad thing is he has a few players with tackle. I think at least one, or was I mistaken there? Yep, exactly one. So we need to keep him away from Kong. Excuse me. He's basically our opponent's best chance to knock down our thrower. We should of course avoid completely that we're being blocked down, but we might not be able to, and because of that we should try to stay away from him, just in case. So I assume he will try to blitz somewhere around here. It's his best setup, and he could get a second block in with King, his blitzer here. If he gets 2 assists here, or an assist plus a blitz, which works, and then he has a 2 dice block there. But so far this is at least fine. And if he orients himself backwards to knock down Awakening with his Goblin, I really don't mind. We'll see about that. Okay, so far he's moving his players into contact, which we, at least in theory, should be able to deal with. It all depends on how he's going to bind up all of our players. The 2 Black Orcs are not very fast, but we don't need fast. All I need is 1 assist against the troll, and then we can knock him down. With Orciginal. Okay, he's actually blitzing backwards. Really? That's a surprise. He's not putting pressure on the ball right now. At all. And we do actually have already a 2 dice against this guy if we choose to take it, but that would mean not blocking here. This doesn't really help him right now. This is all a bunch of 1 dice. Okay, he gets the knockdown against Awakening. Will Mighty Blow do a thing? Yes, it does. Just a stun though. But it's fine. He moved 2 of his players back, or pulled 1 over and moved 1 back to deal with him. And he ran out of time. So that is a good scenario for us right now. Pretty much. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. So move Warrior over here. That will give us 2 assists to take care of the troll. And I'm just trying to isolate the troll and stay away from it. Oh. That stun could be very crucial. And he just wrote something. And let's see here. We need to get some assists going, so let's try to knock him down. Works as well, so that is pretty good. Yeah, let's push him over this way and actually... Oh... Yeah, let's follow. I was thinking there for a moment where I would like to go. So we put Wasted over this way for now. So I still have my Blitz available, which is the important piece of information right now. But I still have plans. They are getting a little bit screwed up though right now. Unfortunately. But... this could still work. Nope. These 2 guys are now blocking me. So that push wasn't the best. It's not all bad though. But I have to change my ideas a little bit. Let's blitz right here. A push is fine. I'm just trying to free up players right now. Orcum to be exact, of course. And so we are going to pull him over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, he can't really reach us that well, but we should protect our flank just in case. And I am going to take a little bit of risk, which is this 1 dice block. We do have 4 rerolls though, which we actually do need, and it still ends in a double skull because Blood Bowl. Okay, this I mishandled, unfortunately. I probably should have taken the reroll on the block with Orchid. Or I just should not have followed there, or pushed a little bit differently. We should still be okay, but that development is not my favorite, of course. That double skull was a little bit unnecessary. It happens, though. But we do have a pretty solid core here with all of those black orcs in the middle. We can knock down this guy next turn and then work onwards from there. We'll see. So that's good. That's one of his blitzers not doing a thing. That is helpful. So he has to use the second one as well. Okay, now he gets the knockdown. Push to here. No other choice there. That is going to be a 2 dice, of course. But it was that already before he got the assist there. So how is he going to push me, though? That's the question. Okay, backwards and down. And I'm still not entirely certain on how to where I want to form up a cage and start to move down the pitch. But it's okay right now. We'll see about that. Okay, another knockdown. We'll see. So where is he going with that guy? So I really would have needed a good last turn here. We didn't get that, so that could become a problem in the long run. We'll have to wait and see about that. Oh, he's actually fouling with the Goblin. With 1 assist. He's risking being sent off for that. That is risky, considering he doesn't have a reserve player. I was considering fouling with one of my linemen as well. And I decided against it. Mainly because I didn't want to put myself at a disadvantage if I got sent off. So I'm surprised that he went for that. Okay, let's see. Let's move Fork back here. So this should be a 1 dice, yes. We need to stand up him first and you as well. So let's do this block first. It's basically the most important one right now. Put you next to him and follow. Next up we have this block. Oh, this is problematic now. I'm going to take the push. Oh, yeah, let's push him down there and follow. I want to free up Orciginal here. That's why I didn't take the both down. So that I get a 2 dice blitz here. That was the idea behind that piece of play, basically. Push him to here and stay. Oh, an armor break. Just a stun, but it's a good thing. It's a really good thing. Okay, and I can actually still move. I forgot about that, so... he's going to get knocked down, but that is not a problem. Let's put you here, and then we can move Wasted over this way. And that leaves only this 2 dice block, which is once again pushes. And I'm not going to follow, mainly because they can knock him down, follow up, and that would give them another good 2 dice block, I think, if my eye wasn't off there. Let's see. We move to here. Assist, 2 dice knockdown, follow up. Yep, that would have given him a 2 dice here, which I didn't want him to have. And it does take care of this guy a little bit. His troll stood up, unfortunately. That's something we should try to do, and I already attempted it, but the pushes here negated that a little bit again. Is isolating the troll from any of his players if he's knocked down, because of really stupid. The troll needs to be needs a babysitter, basically. Because if there is no friendly player adjacent to it, he needs to roll a 4+ to do anything instead of a 2+. Or he does nothing and loses his tackle zone. So this is basically worse than Bonehead. Which is always a 2+, or you lose your tackle zones and do nothing. And that's one of the reasons I don't take the troll, because you need to have a player next to him to do something with him more reliably. Is that the right grammar? I don't know. You all know what I mean. Just a stun. Okay, he's stunning us back. And he's actually following up. That's a surprise, honestly. I mean, I can get a 2 dice block back here. Now I can't anymore. Well, this is still a 2 dice. It's one without block, so I'm not in favor of that, but it's one we can attempt. So where is he going with that blitzer? And I'm very happy with Awakening, actually, right now. Because he alone is still binding up 2 of his players. I mean, it's only the Thrower and the Goblin. But still, it's the Thrower and the Goblin, and they're not doing anything else. So he's got 2 players where to take care of 1 of mine. And that's a good average for us. So he still needs to blitz. Is he going to foul? Nope. So he's going to blitz with this guy. But that's only a 1 dice blitz. And that's a reroll gone. And that's a double skull. So he got the same treatment I did. And he stunned himself. So that could allow us to potentially do something good here. I'm looking forward to this turn. Assuming we can make this work as I hope we can. So let's start with this one. It's block against block. We get the knockdown, which is the important part of this arrangement. That does allow us to get this one, which is more important, but only pushes. So not much we can do about that, unfortunately. Okay, let's do this. Okay, and this... It makes everything a little bit more difficult right now, unfortunately. And I'm still not sure how I can progress best here. I do have some plans, but now these guys are a little bit in my way, unfortunately. So I have to improvise a little bit or change my plans. Because I can't form a cage, basically. But I need to start moving down the pitch. So what I could do is use him as an assist and get a block here. I could also use the Black Orc and do the same thing and move him over here somewhere. I'm probably going to blitz over here with Orcsity. But having him free is pretty important as well. It makes my movement difficult. I'm really not sure right now. Okay, so let's start with this. Use Fork, because he is the less valuable player. And do this block. We only push, which is an important piece of information in this scenario. Let's push you over there and follow. Next we'll do the blitz. That is pretty okay. Let's push ourselves back here. Okay, yeah, this is... Okay. No, always the going for its end in ones. That is so bad. Okay, thank you. It's a little bit of a risky move, but I'm willing to try. Okay, so far so good. And I have one move left, and that move will be moving him over here to give an assist against the Black Orc. And these are all bad. Yep. So I'm okay with this because he can't dodge very well and reach me. The Goblin could probably reach me, but he can't do that much to us. It depends a little bit on us doing good blocks here next turn. Or, yep, in our next turn, basically. We have 2 Black Orcs in position, plus Orchid. And also Wasabi. That can do something once we stand him up again. And the Black Orcs are very slow, so they're not getting to us anytime soon. Even if they want to. And that should allow us to move down. And also his tackle player, as I've mentioned, we want to try and stay away from him. He's still down here. So wasted is, even if he gets blitzed, he needs a defender down because we've got block dodge. And that is pretty important, I would say. We got a little bit lucky on the armor breaks, to be sure. And that is perfect right now. He just lost his assist here. This is just became a one dice block because the troll is not giving an assist anymore. So now he can again, but he had to use up this player and block here. I think he wanted to block with a troll and move the Black Orc over. But that slows down this line even further, and I might just use Fork here to... That is good. That is so good. And that's even better. Oh, wow. That is so unfortunate for him. He doesn't have block on that thrower yet. Okay, let's just stand up these guys for now. And before I do anything else, let's move down the pitch. So now we can try to knock down the Goblin. Not happening anytime soon, unfortunately. But it's not completely over yet. Okay, so let's... These are all bad right now. So I need to prevent him from moving towards us. So Fork goes over this way. Let's knock him down. Perfect. And we'll follow here. Then we can move Wasabi over this way and set up a surf for next turn. Which actually is going to end in a surf most likely because of the way things are going right now. And I am going to take another shot at the Goblin because we have Orchid available who's got Mighty Blow. And I like those odds. It's still a both down or a defender down, but we got it, and so we have a decent chance of injuring him here. Once again, only a stun, but I can live with that. And move Orchid over this way. And I would like to feed the touchdown to one of my blitzers. Orchid, for example. Awakening or somebody else would be better. And I'm willing to do this one dice because it's pretty far off. But I won't reroll there. So this is turning out to be very good right now. And I am going to stall this because if I'm... Once again, I'm not one for stalling usually, but if I'm playing a bash team, I might as well play it right. And that does include stalling until turn 8, if I can afford to. And right now, I definitely can. He has no way of reaching me that doesn't involve ridiculous rolls and odds. So I'm feeling fairly confident about my chances right now. Yep, stuff like this, for example. If that works and he hits me, it happens. I've done stuff like this with elves mostly, to be fair, but it's not impossible to do. Sometimes the desperation moves are the ones that end up working. Okay, his troll is only pushing, which is always good. If he doesn't get to knock us down with a Mighty Blow player, I'm always happy about it. That is once again pretty good. His block rolls are really problematic. And that's something I'm... Oh, what? Okay, I assumed he wouldn't do that. That was weird. I don't know. probably a misclick. It happens. I sometimes struggle with the controls still as well. Okay. Just a stun, and down there is something I can definitely work with. And the important bit is that I will get a chance to push this guy out. He's probably going to dodge with the thrower. And I'm going to try to hit the thrower next. And then do the handoff. I really hope that I don't regret this. I might do the handoff to Fork, actually, instead of a blitzer. Our linemen will get infinitely better once they have block. They're not as easily knocked down on the line of scrimmage, and they will be able to block more reliably. And since it's agility 3 with a blitzer and the lineman, I might as well give one to Fork, basically, if we can afford it. Okay, that is good. It makes this more manageable, because he will level up from this, and Orc City as well. So we should level the blitzers, but if I get the chance to go for the... Oh, if he does that... Okay, there's the failure that I needed. Okay, let's see. So, as always, we should assume failure, so let's do the safe stuff first. Or the safe fish stuff. And that includes putting Orc City right here, basically. Then we can try to push this guy out. Not happening. Wow. Really? Okay, at least we got a KO rolling there. If that guy stays out, that is definitely good for us. It makes the handoff dangerous now, because I could fail. But I do still have 2 turns left after that. And so I'm willing to try it, I think. So Fork goes over this way. And before we move this any further, so this will be going for it, which makes me not want to do it, unfortunately. So I have to think real quick here. Put you there. Block like this. Get the knockdown. Perfect. Let's follow. So I only have one real good blitz option, and that is this guy down here. So that's what we're going for. I'm going to blitz you over this way, though. Okay, thank you very much. Like so, and we're staying and not following this one, because I would like to lock down... Well, actually the Goblin isn't that big of a deal. So let's lock down this guy. And now I am going to attempt the handoff. It worries me a little bit, but it's fine. Okay, and it worked. So we're safe from this side, at least somewhat. And yeah, this is okay right now. Let's see how things go. I might be forced to do the touchdown in turn 7, which is still okay. He could, with a Goblin, well, actually with a Goblin he could be able to even the score, but he only needs 1 turn for that anyways. And it's unlikely though, he's out of rerolls. So we'll see. And where's my tackle blitzer? He's all the way down here, so I have no good choice for the Goblin right now. But if I get the opportunity, I will definitely blitz him with Orchid again and try to get an injury like this. Okay, this time the troll does get the knockdown. And right now we are at a clear advantage, I'd say. We have this lockdown at least somewhat satisfactory. It could be better, but it could also be a lot worse. And we have one of his players KO'd, but he will get 2 chances to get him back. So it's pretty likely that he will indeed come back. But let's just see how this plays out. And every push is something I'm grateful for, of course. So far, his mighty blow has not given him the advantage that I feared he would get from that. So I'm pretty happy about that development. But this is basically what he needs to go for. Probably try to blitz with the thrower. And it's a 2 dice against, assuming he doesn't go to here, but he can't reach that, I think. Nope, he can't. So that will be a 2 dice against. No, he's going for 1 dice against my thrower. That's interesting. And that's also a failure. Okay. Safety moves first. Stand up awakening. Next is movement of, well, standing up the remaining players that are on the ground, actually. So let's not give him a good block here. So these are actually not horrible. And yeah, let's do this. So I'm a little bit worried. I want to hit his Goblin. But I can't do that with Orchid, I think. I would need to do the block with Orcsity. And I don't want to do a block without block here just now. So let's do the Orchid block first. Which makes things better for us. And next we can do this one, which will free up one of the blitzers. And that will allow me to blitz his Goblin, which is what I want. It's not with Mighty Blow, but it's still an armor value 7 player with Stunty, so why not? Well, no armor break, that's why not. Okay, and now we have basically 2 options here. So I am going to stall this until turn 8. Like so. Put Orcsity right here. And Fork down there. His movement is that small that he shouldn't really be able to reach me very well. So I can live with that. And I am not going to take that 1 dice block because it's too risky. And it's against his dodge player, so it's a, well, still a 2 in 6, 1 in 3 chance to get the result I need. But it's an unnecessary risk right now, so why do it? And I'd much rather keep the reroll in case he does get the knockdown and we need to do something weird or need to do a reroll still. So yeah, that's basically the idea right now. But I'm very happy with how the first half of this match turned out so far. I was a little bit worried about some of his players, but so far we have been dealing with them. They are going to be more dangerous in the second half, of course. And he will get his 1-turn touchdown chance with a Goblin throw. It's unlikely to work, but not impossible. I've seen it happen, so yeah, it could happen, and then we'll have to fight an uphill battle and prevent him from scoring to win. Not that I want to make things worse than they are right now, but it's Blood Bowl, and I've seen horrible stuff happen. Well, horrible from my perspective at least, so we'll see. I should focus on the matter at hand though, and just see if we manage to actually score, because, well, he is doing one dice stuff here, which is already risky considering he doesn't have a reroll left. But this could still work in theory here. It's highly unlikely, but once again, not impossible. An attacker down would be awesome here, but I'm fine with both downs. It at least means he won't get to do something. Okay. And he injured one of his own players. That is so good for us right now. And so I usually am not a big fan of doing the greedy move, but we do have we have a reroll left, and we have a chance at knocking down his goblin again, so I am going to take that chance. Because I'm really counting on the fact that I won't roll double skulls, reroll double skulls, basically. And I'm also going to do the mighty blow block, because we can. But that once again doesn't really help, so let's do this instead. And do this block. Okay, no such luck. And of course I won't reroll here, just for the sakes we might reroll into a double skull, which is what I want to avoid. So I'm not doing that. But the game apparently does not want me to get another knockdown here. We have one more chance. Nope, not happening. Wow. Every single one of those was pushes, or both downs. It's fine though. Let's just score and take the 1-0 lead. And now he gets a free turn of beating on us. Oh, his KO'd guy stays out, which is at least gives the possibility that he might actually not come back and he will be down more than the players he already is. I am going to set up against his Goblin, basically. Well, I usually always do this anyways, just to stay away from his players, basically. So why not? And he can actually still score, so we should try to prevent that. He will need to dodge there. And we have all linemen on the line of scrimmage. Let's switch these. He will probably do blocks here with Mighty Blow players exclusively anyway, so the order doesn't really matter too much, but still, it's better safe than sorry. And I'm always under the assumption that the big guy is going to block the middle guy, and so I'm always trying to put the guy with the least SPP in the middle. It's weird superstition. I don't know if it actually does anything, but I'm subconsciously or consciously sometimes always trying to do that. I don't know where it comes from, but it's what I do. So is he going to try the Goblin throw? Right now he's not setting up for it. The Goblin would need to be... Well, actually the best position for the Goblin would be here and the Troll right next to it. And the throw is actually dependent on the position of the Troll. So the best thing to do is move up the Troll one space, then pick up the Goblin and throw him. But he's not setting up for the one-turn touchdown. So I don't know why he doesn't do it. Maybe because he's out of reroll. He should still try, basically, but I don't know. So let's move these a little bit, and yeah, it doesn't change my setup at all. It's turn 8. Why would I pull my players forward? I could just destroy his offense right now if I had positioned my players, but if he got the assists in a correct way, he still could have knocked me down a bunch, and I don't want to give him that chance. So let's have his 3 free blocks and be done with it, and go for the second half. And even if he injures one of our players, we do have a reserve. And he is at least permanently at 10. He might be down to 9 for the second half as well. It's not impossible, at least. So push here is good, but he will use a blitz there, I assume. Okay, troll block. Armor break, and he actually injured Waiter. Okay, but that is fine. That's what he's there for. And his guy leveled up, so that's pretty nice as well. And it was the lineman without any SPP, so I'm okay with this. Okay, he's going for Orc City, gets the knockdown there as well. No armor break though. Okay, perfect. So all that is left basically is a foul and or a pick up and throw. He might want to foul, but he's at a player disadvantage already, so it would be a risky move. And it looks like he's not going for it. Otherwise he would have moved in to get more assists. He should also have pulled the Goblin back to make that throw easier on him. Now it's a short pass instead of a quick pass. And he makes it. Okay, so he made that work. Yeah, you can't let yourself be thrown anymore though. And even then, you don't want the Goblin to move before being thrown, because otherwise you won't be able to run the touchdown in. And that's kind of crucial to that working. Oh, that is so good. That is so good. He's down to 9 players and he's missing 2 Black Orcs. So let's move up all of the players again. And now, as much as I don't enjoy this, I am forced to put a blitzer on the line of scrimmage. I won't use a Black Orc. Mainly because I don't want to. It would be harder for him to knock him down, but they're also more valuable. Considering we do have the strength advantage now, we want to keep it. And that's why we're doing this like so. I also need to decide which one I want to put on the line of scrimmage. Well, let's go with Wasabi. Why not? And we can put yeah, let's put Orchid on the side. I don't necessarily like having him on the side there, but the Wasted only has armor value 8, so if he gets the knockdown there, it's riskier. So I want our front line to be armor value 9 exclusively, and also because of tackle, Orkin is more valuable against his Goblin and his thrower, and so that's what we're going with. And this is one of the standard defenses, of course, you all know them by now. I have basically 2 that I do with regularity, so this one and the one where I have basically the 3, the defense here with 3 players and 2 on the outside, and depending on whether or not he has Frenzy, they're either here or there, so either they can be served or they can't. Also dependent on sidestep or not. It's what I did a lot when I played Pro Elves in the Chaos Edition. Because I usually would put the blitzers over there, and the elf blitzers start with block and sidestep. So once they have dodge, they get really annoying. And so you can afford to keep them alone on the sideline, because it's not as easy to knock them around, as long as the opponent doesn't have tackle at least. It could still happen, but not as easily. They were also the only ones with armor value 8 on the entire team, so they were the sturdiest with that. But we're not in elf country right now, we're in orc country. And so let's do what orcs do and pummel him into the ground, hopefully. Orcs against orcs, it's... why not? Okay, push is pretty good here. If he's going to take that, he might take the both down. Yep, keep us in contact. gives him another block chance, which he makes, so he is going to block with a troll as well. And we'll have to wait and see. Oh, and this time I didn't set them up correctly, so Fork might bite the dust. Well, it's a mighty blow block regardless, so it doesn't really matter where he was. But still, I'm unhappy with this. Yep, there it is. He's only KO'd though, so it's fine. We still have one more player than he does at the moment. And the way he's set up, well, not without going for it, so I won't do it. Let's see what he does with his remaining 3 players though. And we need to keep Orcan back, and so then we... Oh, he's going in the middle there. Makes sense, basically. It's a good move. And it also doesn't give me a very good blitz target right now, which I don't really like, obviously. Nope, that's not a good move. Oh, what I wouldn't do for a wizard right now. So where is he going with this guy? Depending on where this guy goes. Oh, that looks like a misclick. He shouldn't do that. Oh, he hasn't blitzed yet. And he really can't that well. So he didn't. Okay, let's have some fun. And this works out fine in the end, I think. So first off, we need to block his way if possible. Which means overpowering him if possible. So this is just for the setup that he can't get an assist here. We might still suffer from it, but I think it unlikely right now. Okay. And then we're going to blitz his blitzer. It's basically our best target right now. Yep, we're going to take that. It's too early to use a reroll in this manner. And I might as well go heavy on the body blocks, I think. Might be a mistake, but at least at the moment I'm okay with this. We'll see how this turns out. And that was a pretty fast turn because there's not too much we can do. Just block his way and prevent him from moving too much. So let's see what he does with this. His troll is obviously a good target here to block with. We'll give him the advantage that he needs in this regard. This is a 2 dice as well, if I'm not mistaken. He gets -1 here, but +1 thanks to the troll. So it negates itself, and yep, there's the 2 dice. Oh, no, he used his troll. And he failed the loner. That's a turnover. Oh, crap. That is pretty important. Oh, damn. Excuse me. Okay, this is good for us. Okay, but I need to figure out a way on how to do this best. So it doesn't really change anything. We should start with this. Okay, only a push. Not much we can do about that one. So let's get these secure blocks first here. And I can already get a blitz against his ball carrier. It's only a 1 dice though. So I'm trying to figure out to make that better, and I think we can. Thanks to the power of chain push. Okay, that stutter there had me worried for a moment. Let's push like so, and that will allow us to do this, which gives us yet another block, which then consequently screws up our blitz here, unfortunately. Oh well, it happens. Okay. Well, it actually might not, but I need to do more stuff for that. Including this. So now we can push this guy back. And I will follow this. Well, yeah, I can't get a good blitz here against this ball carrier. It's just not happening this turn. But that doesn't mean that I'm helpless. Let's blitz like so. Yeah, I'll take the push here. I want a player next to his ball carrier. Also, Black Orc against Black Orc. But, so let's see, he can't get a good block in any sort of way here, I think. The only way would be to move an assist with the Goblin. And if he does that, there's not much we can do. But I'm still going to keep Orkin back, in case he manages to break through somehow. We want him to be able to intercept, or at least be another thing he has to overcome. Yep, this is a 1 dice, this is a 1 dice, this is a 2 dice against. 1 dice. Yep. This is a 1 dice. So this blitz would have worked, I think. Yep, we wouldn't have gotten any assists, and he would have gotten 1, or yeah, 2 actually, which would have been enough to free up this guy. But he didn't do it, so we'll get another chance here. And if he doesn't move away with his thrower, which he really should and needs to, we will get a 2 dice. But he did do the 1 dice, and it did work. So what does that open up for him? This is still a 1 dice block. So that doesn't change anything yet. Yep, another 1 dice. Wow. Just because I'm always under the assumption that they're not good to do, it doesn't mean that they won't work when it's necessary. So we're actually getting hit back a little bit, which is hurting us, of course. But so far, this is still not bad. It could be a lot worse. And we're putting a lot of pressure on him. Yep, and he's trying to maybe break through with the Goblin. And that's why I kept Orkin back. He's our best bet to intercept somebody that is trying to break through. Okay. 1 dice push with a Black Orc. So far, I can still work with this. What he might end up doing is just dodging him out and going here. But apparently not. He's not happy with that. Okay, Goblin. But that will definitely give me a blitz chance here. He can't set up in a way that it won't get me the chance. Oh, okay. That works as well. So let's see just now. What are our options? First of all, let's move Wasted over this way. Next, we'll do this 2 dice block. If I could do anything else than push, I would be very happy about that. But apparently not really possible right now. And let's push him like so. And stay. Stand up him. It will at least give us another block here. Let's keep him there. So this turn is actually worse than I hoped. And I have no other choice but to go for the blitz here right away. Well, not right away, but go for it. I can't ignore it. But we do get a satisfactory result. And we stun him. So that is good. And then we can also do this 2 dice block. Push him over this way. And we once again have a player next to his ball carrier, which is the important part here. And I'm even willing to do this 1 dice block, I think. Maybe even this one. This one is risky. But if it works, it would be awesome. So let's do this one first. It's safer. And it works as well, actually. And yeah, let's push you down. Why not? Oh, an armor break. That is so good. So we're forcing him in the other direction right now, where he is set up a little bit better at the moment. So I won't do this 1 dice. It's too risky for my taste. Even with a reroll. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's just end this like so. He still has a really good dodge chance, of course. He's got agility 4 with that guy and dodge. So it's a 2+ with a built-in reroll. But something might still go wrong. We're very strong on this side. We're a little bit weaker over here. So he might try to switch sides, which we might have a hard time adjusting to, but so far this is still fine. And the troll now once again doing nothing is awesome. And that once again shows why I don't want to use a troll on the orc team. Because all I have is reliable players, and we have a lot of strength 4, so why use the guy we need to babysit? And that can screw us up immensely. It's just a factor I don't want in this team. It's still a little bit of a flavor question. If you like the troll, you can definitely use him and use him effectively. But you can avoid using him. You're not relying on him with the orcs, so I'm not using him. And that's just me. So the blitz he did will not help him that much. He can't make a lot of forward progression like so. So I'm interested to see what he will end up doing. Yeah, this does give him an assist to go through here. The problem is, even if he does follow, he can't run through with his thrower. Okay, he stuns us. So all he can do is create a little bit of a buffer again. But we are very strong on this side, and he won't be able to prevent us from getting a 2 dice blitz here. Okay, that is good, and we can work with that. But I definitely need to pull down a few players to create a buffer over here. The perfect scenario for me right now would be to get our tackle guy over there to blitz. And I think we might be able to manage that. Okay, that's good. So let's use our thrower. It would be best to pick up the ball with him, of course, but he's also our best screen, basically, with his block and dodge. And him next to that. So now we can actually reach him here. So let's get the assist. And then blitz this guy. Let's see how this works. Perfect. That is what we want and want to see. Okay, the scatter is not perfect, but it's something we can work with. Okay, double scars are something we don't want to work with, so let's make that a double POW instead. And get him away from the ball, basically. And it's also nice because we can push him next to both of these guys, so he won't be able to block very well. We were pushing him towards the ball again. Well, actually not. Because of that result, I'm just going to take the both down and be done with it. So this still will stay a bad block. So let's secure the ball with yet another black orc and move on from there. And I still haven't actually inflicted an injury myself this game. He only injured himself. So at the moment I have 3 tackle zones on the ball. And if he manages to knock the ball free there, he deserves it. So this is a 2 dice though. This guy is not in contact with any of my guys. So he can push me onto the ball. And maybe the scatter will be good for him. And he tried that, but he really doesn't get the block results that he needs right now. So he gets another chance. Oh, wow. Once again, the loner fails him. And he disconnected, so I'm going to, as much as I don't want to, once again, I assume he rage quitted just now. So I'm going to pause until we know for sure what's going on. And yeah, see you in 5 minutes and about 30 seconds at the latest, assuming he doesn't come back. So, see you in a moment. Okay, we are in the last 30 seconds, basically, of him being able to reconnect. And it looks like he won't. And unfortunately, I basically have my only option is to assume that he rage quitted out of the game, and that doesn't count as a concede, basically, but as a disconnect. I don't know, but that's what I assume. The timing is just too perfect. His block rolls were bad from time to time, that is for certain, but still it's always so unnecessary when stuff like this happens, and I really would have liked to end this game normally. And not only because I would have gotten more SPP out of this, but because winning like this is always not very satisfactory. So let's just see who ends up getting something here. So I won't re-roll that. Let's keep that like so. That Awakening got an MVP is something I'm happy about, and what you're looking at as well is pretty good, so we won't get any more additional level ups out of this, but they're set up for one, so we can try to feed a touchdown to Awakening in the next match. And what you're looking at is 1 MVP or 2 injuries away from leveling up again, which is of course pretty cool. So we do have 1 level up though, and that is on Fork, which is going to be an easy choice, assuming something like this doesn't happen. So yeah, we're going to take that. I can't ignore a double 6, it's too good. So we'll take the strength up, and that is really good. It's an increase of 50 in team value, which is really a lot. But still, a strength 4 lineman is very good. It's really, really powerful. And I'm happy that we got that. That is so good. That will make him very annoying to deal with. And considering we do put them on the line of scrimmage because they're still linemen, that could cause a lot of trouble for our opponents. So yeah, that's a interesting development, I'd say. Aside from that, not much. Wow, now that's... I would love to get the stadium, level 4 stadium upgrade, but saving up 400k is just not going to happen, because it does inflate our team value, and I'm not willing to do that, so I'm going to spend that, the 50,000 basically, right away, and we'll go back to keeping it at that level. Because it's the threshold and we want to have at least that much money. or at the max this much money. And I also don't want any more players. I'm happy with the 12 we have. So yeah, what's our team value at now? 1460 because of, oh yes, we were 1460, but that was with the 50 from the money, and with the 50 from the strength up now, we're at 1460 again. Okay, makes sense. Math. So yeah, it's still unfortunate that the match had to end this way, and I might do another orc match. Maybe, I'm not sure, because the match actually was not that short, and I did get to showcase a bunch of stuff again, which I was happy about. So we might just continue in the rotation, or I might do another orc match. I'm not sure yet. I'll decide on that before the next match, basically. So yeah, that's where we're going to end it for today. I hope you still enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like and a comment. And if you want to see me play more Blood Bowl 2, just subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. And as always, thanks for watching. I hope that you tune in next time, and have a nice day. Bye.